personally and some of the different counselors in Prairie South about the opportunities here at Sask Polytech in Moose Jaw. I'm a former teacher, 34 and a half years, a lot of it at Peacock Collegiate, and I taught credit work there. So I know your work and I know the valuable work that you do, and I appreciate it. And I loved teaching credit work. I thought it was awesome. It was a good part of my career in the last 7 years that I taught, and I enjoyed it a lot. And one thing I found, I was able to obtain a job share here at Sask Polytech. A little background on it. I guess I'm kind of semi-retired. I worked 6 months. This is it right now. Officially is my afternoon, and then I'm off until July. So yeah. So anyways, I left a few days for December here, and so then I'm off, and my other job share partner comes on here in January. So basically, the co-op situation, it'll explain itself during this small presentation that I have. So I invite any questions after. I thought I'd like to share it with everybody. Personally, I didn't know the great opportunities, and I've told Jeff this, that we're here. I was in the gym as well, so the only time I come to Polytech was to come to the gym for city finals. And I knew they had the trades, but I didn't know they had some of these awesome programs here that we do have. So I'm just going to explain a few of those, and I'm just going to share my PowerPoint and then just go over a few things. And then if you have any questions after, we can take those. Can everybody see? Can you see what I just shared? My PowerPoint is up. So again, I'd like to welcome everybody again. I'm a co-op coordinator for engineering design and drafting technology, a fancy word for CAD drafting, and environmental engineering students here at Sask Polytech. And again, thanks for the opportunity to meet with you today to just have a quick discussion about our programs here. We always have a land acknowledgement. Just going to quickly go through that. We'd like to acknowledge that Sask Polytech is situated on Treaty 4 and Treaty 6 territories and the ancestral lands of the Cree, Saulteaux, Dene, Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota peoples, and the traditional homeland of the Métis. Our Sask Polytech team here, our head person is Ian Morrison. He's had a lot of careers in human resources, and he worked co-op with the U of R. He's here at Sask Polytech. He's got a lot of experience in this. And so he's our program head here. Trudy Osborne does BIS, or Business Information Systems. Hervé Lamy is Business Accountancy and Instrumentation Engineering Technology. Bernadette McCullough does Agriculture and Food Production, a brand new program here in the last couple of years. We finally got an ag program close to home here in Moose Jaw. Jocelyn Hansen does Business Human Resources, Insurance Management, and Business Marketing. Brandy Van Boquestel does Architectural Technologies. Anna Kwasnika does Civil Engineering Technologies and Bachelor of Construction Management. Jackie Martinick does Computer Engineering Technology and Electrical Engineering Technology. And Tony Sebastian, my job partner, partners up with what I do, and he starts January and goes till June, and I am back in July again. And our program assistants here at Sask Polytech. So that just gives you a brief overview of our staff here. So I'll take us through some general information about the Moose Jaw Sask Polytech Cooperative Program. It's very transformative. It's really a true win-win-win scenario for post-secondary students, the employers, and Sask Polytech itself. We've got some real numbers and facts I'll kind of just quickly explain to you about our programs. And it's an innovative educational program that enables students to alternate between academic terms and paid work placements. Now, I know they get a credit in high school, but one of the differences here at Sask Polytech is they actually average about $22 an hour, and they get some money back towards their education and the experience, which is cool. So that empowers students by providing them with hands-on learning opportunities in their chosen fields that they've chosen to come to post-secondary for. So co-op opens doors to success for students in countless ways. According to a recent study, students who participate in co-op programs have a staggering 85% higher chance of landing a job related to their field upon graduation. 9 out of 10 co-op students report higher levels of confidence and improved employability skills like teamwork and problem solving, and they perform better in the classroom and they make money while they're on their work term. Employers also obtain benefits from co-op programs. A survey conducted with our partners here in Saskatchewan revealed that 96% of employers agreed that hiring co-op students was a cost-effective recruitment strategy for them. These bright minds bring fresh perspectives and innovative ideas to the workplace, invigorating them and strengthening the organization's talent pipeline. A lot of the students actually wind up getting jobs after their co-op with the companies they've worked for. So the co-op allows students and employers to evaluate each other for possible future employment together. It's a very low-risk hiring strategy for the employer themselves, and co-op education helps maintain the employer's connections with their industry. They get some fresh ideas and some fresh technology in their workplace. So at Sask Polytech, co-op programs have been a game changer for us here. Over the last 5 years, the institution has witnessed a remarkable 20% increase in enrollment. And having said that, one of the reasons I'm here, we have a marketing group here that we work with as well. And we talk about having students in the building and getting students. They're trying to up their domestic enrollment right now. And because they found we've got a lot of international students, which is great, that accounts for a lot of our increase, but they're also looking to up the domestic students as well. The collaboration with industry partners ensures that the curriculum aligns with current market demands and produces highly sought after graduates from this institution. So which programs offer co-op? Not all of them do. And some of you are familiar with the trades where they have apprenticeship programs and things like that. This is different. These are the ones that we offer here at Sask Polytech. And it's kind of unique. It's run out of Moose Jaw. But we do have some Regina connections. Bachelor of Construction Management is run out of Regina. BIS runs out of Regina as well. And in Saskatoon, they're putting new programs in. So there's new programs. It's kind of a growing field here at Sask Polytech too. So we have agriculture and food production, which I said is new here at Polytech. Architectural technologies, Bachelor of Construction Management, which is run out of Regina. Business accountancy, business human resources, business insurance, business management, business marketing, and again, BIS or business information systems. Also, civil engineering technologies with civil construction and water resource options, computer engineering technology, electrical engineering technology, engineering design and drafting technology, environmental engineering, technology, and instrumentation engineering technology. So those are some of the different technologies as well that are involved. A lot of business, but a lot of technologies as well. So there's many success stories with Sask Polytech. I just got a few here just to share with you. Brooke Davis, an electrical business owner and Sask Polytech alumnus, states that basically it's entrenched in their DNA at their company, the co-op program. We've hired a ton of students, often 3 for each co-op work term, and this time we have 4. We look to Sask Polytech for help. Hiring co-op students is a way we give back, but it's also been a rewarding partnership over the years. Co-op education allows us to see if a student is a good fit, and for students, they're so much further ahead after a work term or 2. So the real value of co-op is described as it gives students a chance to go back and forth from the classroom to putting their learning into practice, then back to the classroom and lab, then applying their learning again in the public or private sector. And this model makes students well-rounded in a way that students who attend classes alone just can't compete with. Tyler Asselford, an electrical business supervisor, says there's no substitute for experience. Cooperative education is a great way to test and add to your learning. For us, co-op is a great way to invest early in a student's career and retain them as full-time employees once they've completed their program. Electrical engineering technologists are in demand. We have to compete to hire them. Gary Mayer, an employer and manager of Converge Technology in the public sector, also states, as co-op partners, we have the chance to see what's being done in today's classrooms and provide industry feedback to educators on what we see, what's good, and where we see gaps. This makes for two-way learning between academia and the real world. Some student experiences too. It's very positive. Cassidy Flam, an environmental engineering student, shared, "I noticed a big difference coming back to the classroom after completing both of her co-op work terms. She had a better understanding of the material being taught in the classroom. And thanks to co-op, she has a personal connection to that material. It's easier to remember what we're learning in the classroom." Ryan Squire, an EDDT or a drafting student, states, "The program was broader than what I assumed, with lots of overarching concepts. Co-op was helpful because with classes alone, I wouldn't have been ready to walk into an engineering firm and start contributing. Classes gave me a foundation of how the programs worked, but the time he spent at the RCMP through the co-op program gave me the experience to transfer my skills into any CAD department." And actually, Ryan is actually picked up a job. He graduated last year and he's working for the RCMP and was actually doing the interviews this year for them as well. Cooper Farrell, electrical engineering co-op student, states, "I entered the program after high school in Cutknife, Saskatchewan. The benefit of co-op work terms is partly financial. I can easily make enough to pay for my program," he says. "And if I chose to, I could probably pay for the 2 years at Lakehead University required to bridge my diploma to an engineering degree, and that's huge for me." Laura Jansen, a BIS Business Information Systems student, shared with us, "It makes a really strong foundation. The work placement allows you to build job-specific skills on top of everything. What I had to learn on the job was outside of the scope of the academic portion of our program. I now have real-world reference points going back into my last term of classroom learning, and that's really useful." So some initiatives that are added to our co-op programs here at Sask Polytech and Moose Jaw is the new 3-year Agriculture and Food Production Diploma Program, which is now offered here, which also has co-op paid work terms. We have annual curriculum reviews that consider results from the most recent graduate employment and student surveys. Annual reviews identifying program strengths and opportunities for improvement, including objectives for the next year. And we have program advisory committees, which provide a strong and effective link to industry and business in the Saskatchewan community. Each committee is made up of 8 to 14 members who are appointed for a 3-year term. And committee members come from a wide variety of backgrounds from the public and private sectors. They are leaders in their fields who act as advisors for credit programs. The main role of committee members is to provide input on ongoing program development and delivery. So just a general synopsis of how things work is the work term runs in conjunction with the semesters that we have. Work terms can be typically 4, 8, or 12 months, just depending on the program. Students are placed the semester before the work term, and that's part of the job here is posting jobs, setting up interviews, working with students, making sure that their resumes are good, their cover letters are good, and then setting up interviews and then doing a match process, which we do by computer here at Sask Polytech. So students are placed that semester before the work term. Co-op salaries average $22 an hour with a range of near minimum wage to 35. I had a student last year at McLean Lake making 37 an hour, which is so in electrical engineering, they make in the 30s as well. They get some pretty good salaries. So the average salary for a semester in co-op is $15,000. And so on average, you'll get 3 of those, depending on your program. It could be a 4 and an 8 month or a full 12 year or 3, 4 month internships. And so there's a possibility they're making on average around $45,000, which I think is pretty impressive for the students and also probably for some parents that are helping pay for some education as well. Co-op fees are approximately $800 for domestic and $1,300 for international students. So they do pay for this service. Jobs are not guaranteed, but from what I've seen since working here is most of the students are employed, and the ones that don't are on alternate programs. So it's a very successful program. So our jobs here, the co-op coordinator, they coordinate the student, employer, and Sask Polytech relationship, just like you do with your credit work experience. The coordinator develops and maintains relationships with employers and relevant industries to maximize employment opportunities for students, prepares the students to compete for a job and ensure the students are job ready, and monitors work terms and intervenes when necessary, and evaluates the work term, ensuring that co-op learning outcomes have been met. So yeah, I just did. I went a little fast. I know you're at the end of your day and at the end of the AGM here. And so, if you have any questions, would like to learn more about the co-op programs, please feel free to reach out to us here at Sask Polytech in the Co-op Ed department. Thank you for having me at your meeting today. I really appreciate the time. And thanks, Carrie and Vanessa, for helping set this presentation up for your AGM. And I'm going to stop sharing. And if you have any comments, or questions, please let me know.
Okay, well, thank you so much again, Blake, for coming. We appreciate it. I was, until I had a chance to talk with you and visit there, I was unaware how many programs actually were involved with the co-op program. I knew that there were a few, but there are quite a few. And what a great opportunity for those young people to make real work connections and pay for their education along the way. So, yeah, thanks again.
Yeah, and
For
just to add to
sharing.
what Carrie's saying there too, I think, Blake, when we met to kind of do some tech testing, we chatted a little bit too, and I mentioned to you that my nephew actually kind of in his adult life, he's got a wife and a couple of kids, and he's had sort of a different pathway going on so far, but he in the last couple of years redirected and is taking that electrical engineering co-op program through Moose Jaw, and is just really seeing the value in it, and making those connections with industry and getting some paid work to kind of help, because it's a big decision to go back at his stage of the game too, is really wonderful. So just thought I'd kind of mention that as a shout out too. And just also hearing your story, how you've kind of got this job share going on and living pieces of some teaching experiences before in some new ways is inspiring for us to hear too. So good. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Any
And we do
questions
have,
for Blake?
I was just going to say that we do have older students here too. We have people retraining. We have people from workers' compensation. We have students that are switching from university to Polytech training. It's an interesting dynamic here, and the international students situation here is really quite interesting too. It's if you ever get a chance to come through the building, it is really international here. Like it is really neat to see for the people that come in here and the different countries and stuff that are represented, and it's a really neat opportunity to work with those internationals as well as domestic students as well. So it's pretty neat. If you do have anything, and I think we were talking about putting our contact here. I am done. Tony is here, but Ian will be more than happy. Ian, he'll bend your ear for a while. He loves to chat. He will promote. But please, if you get a chance to come to the building, come check us out. If you know where the cafeteria is, we're down the stairs. And just please come on into the office. And if you have any questions, or please email me as well. And it's kind of just getting the word out, because some people don't know that these opportunities are available. And I know with my own son, he's kind of picked a different route, but if he was a hands-on guy, with some of the technology stuff that we have, there's some really neat jobs here. And there's a lot of students that move on to get employment basically right away out of their work situations, because they have the experience. Like, it's so important. So, but I'd just like to say, have a great Christmas holiday. And I know you're wrapping up this busy time for you. And again, I appreciate the opportunity. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Blake.
You're welcome.